Hey guys, it's Addy here. Today I've prepared a new bombastic selection of the coolest things from the Aliexpress website that you will definitely like, I guarantee. But before we start, please do me a favor and like this video. And if you click on the bell button, you will be able to participate in contest games. So, what kind of contest am I talking about? The thing is, in the end of each video, we are giving $10. And today, we are launching a contest game with a prize of $10 again. And now sit comfortably, grab something tasty, and get ready as we are about to start. The next product will decorate almost any table with its presence. This is a small figurine of the Iron Man, which is capable of hanging on its own. The fact is that a special stand is equipped with small powerful magnets, which are also present in the figure itself, thanks to which the figure hovers above the table. As for the quality, everything here is at a high level. The material from which it is made is durable ABS plastic. Such a levitating mini Stark will suit not only Iron Man fans, but also serve as a great gift for your friend on his birthday. Next, I want to show you a real classic among weapons, which is assembled from parts similar to Lego. The very process of assembling such a wonderwork is quite laborious and time-consuming, since you have to connect many complex structures, but at the end, you will have a very formidable and power weapon made in beige colors. I don't know about you, but personally when I look at it, I immediately think of paintball guns or something like that. The model is very similar to them. We don't all like snakes. The mere sight of them makes most people move and begin to behave more carefully. If only this reptile doesn't get to them. But what if such a snake rushes in your direction anyways? Just imagine. You scared already? And what will it be like for your friend who becomes the victim of such a prank? This toy will make all the horrors come true. You control the snake using a remote control. It can crawl at a breakneck speed in any direction you want. But be careful that your friend doesn't accidentally break anything out of fright. The next toy will surely appeal to all those who love something unusual. It's something that requires more effort while assembling. The thing is that this set contains a machine powered by a steam engine. This set includes 272 parts. It's recommended for children over 12 years old. The most interesting thing here is that the whole process is as close as possible to the real one, which makes people feel like a real designer. All parts are made of metal. During the assembly process, people will understand how and why this or that element works, simultaneously realizing the full power and power of logic. As for me, it's an original and very interesting gift for a loved one. More and more people are becoming interested in nature walks. And this is good news. That is why I decided to show you such a cool assistant that can solve the problem with fire if you don't have lighters or matches at hand. And no, I'm not going to urge you now to drive into the atmosphere of the Revenant movie, extracting a spark from stones and sticks. I just offer you to use one simple thing. Its only drawback is that it will only work in the presence of the sun. As you might have guessed, the principle of its operation is extremely simple. There are glasses below that reflect a beam of light due to its physical properties. It heats the metal tip inside and allows it to light a cigarette, some thin stick, and the like. We have sorted out all the options with animals, so why not play another prank with electricity? This time we will use such a pen. It does not look like an ordinary ball pen, but it looks like the models, where you can choose a color separately. They are quite big and massive. Besides, over time, there are more and more situations when someone asks for a pen. If you agree with me, be sure to like. By the way, I was always the one who sponsored my classmates or group mates. This was probably because I was buying all sorts of goodies and was sharing them with my friends. Same thing I'm doing now, like if you appreciate my videos and regularly notice something interesting for yourself in them. If you always wanted to try to change your voice so that even relatives and close friends would not recognize you, then the next thing will help you with this. And if you also love the Star Wars series of films, then you should absolutely be crazy about it. This is Helmet from the movie. It can really change your voice. You just push the button on the side and it's ready to go. By the way, the helmet sits on the head very well and doesn't fall off. With this toy, you can have fun with your friends, charging everyone with good energy. Alright, fans of CSGO will definitely be delighted now. If you aren't so impressed with all sorts of sophisticated knives with many uses, huge blades, and other stuff, then you will definitely like this hook knife with an amazing color. Its bright red color shimmers in the sun. This knife is the favorite weapon of the players in the world-famous shooter game, the Counter-Strike. It comes in a special case that covers the blade and can be used for carrying. It is called a hook knife because at the end of the knife there is the hook itself, which is designed to cut through fibrous materials such as ropes, slings, or seatbelts. Such a little thing can be safely presented as a gift for a gamer or a knife collector. I'm sure it'll give you joy and delight. Listen, I have never seen this thing before, and I regret it very much. All of us repeatedly find ourselves in a situation where your classmate asks for some kind of tool, like a pencil or a stapler. This model was specifically invented for the situation with the second item. It looks unremarkable and just has to do its job, but everything is not that much simple. As soon as your unsuspecting classmate decides to squeeze the two parts of the stapler, they will immediately shock him. I think after this situation, no one will ask anything from you, and you can calmly do your things at the lessons. Many people are used to dressing up for Halloween or other holidays, but they often forgot about their pets. To correct this kind of thing, I decided to look for something for them as well. And then I came across such a cool lion costume. Now, looking at the face of your dog, you can really see the king of beasts. The suit is not very big, and the dog should not sweat in it. At least a few hours will pass without any inconvenience. It looks very cute and unusual from the outside. If I saw such a dog on the street, I would definitely ponder and ask to myself who this hairy one is. Well, my young anti-stress lovers, are you ready to see another cool toy? This time, I have prepared something unusual for you. It's a binge-worthy roller coaster for balloons. It has many intricate paths, which several metal balls should go through. Once they've gone all the way, you'll need to twist the top of the slide, and the built-in spiral will bring them back to where they started. In short, I strongly do not recommend buying such a thing if you do not keep track of time well and plan to play with it for just a couple of minutes. Because, as for me, I've lost track of time. How about a helicopter? This helicopter is made of materials such as metal and plastic, and its size is quite large. This helicopter is able to automatically keep itself in the air in one position. Also, for easier control, it can balance itself, which will help inexperienced pilots. It also has GPS positioning. The main rotor size is 82 centimeters, and the tail rotor has a diameter of 18 centimeters. The remote control range reaches 150 meters. It is a cool and nice helicopter toy. The next thing might seem like a harmless toy. It is quite small in size, and in general, it does not look like something serious. But no such luck. This is a miniature crossbow that shoots toothpicks. Even loaded with a toothpick, such a weapon is capable of piercing a balloon or a thick sheet of cardboard. The device shoots from an impressive distance, so you can forget about its size. It can change toothpicks to needles or other sharp objects. At this point, the toy becomes a dangerous weapon. However, in the right hands, it can become a really cool thing for honing skills or regular target shooting. So be careful. I haven't come up with an idea how to use the next item yet, but I'm sure it can be useful. This is an ID police. It is a roller stamp that is used to hide text. For example, you decide to get rid of the document, or you think that you no longer need it. To prevent criminals from using it for illegal acts, it is important to destroy the paper or hide all important information it contains. There are two ways to do it: to get rid of it by burning or shredding, or to hide the text with such a roller stamp. As planned, it should completely cover the information so that it cannot be read. In fact, there are still some blots, but in general, the ID police fulfills its task. Well, this is my cool AK-47 assault rifle. I must say right away that in terms of looks, this Lego assembled model is far from a real AK-47 rifle, but it still has its own cool things. For example, it's made in bright blue, orange, and white. It looks unusual and insanely cool. In terms of size, it's not inferior to the real one, which is why during the game you can feel all the features of the weapon and plunge headlong into the atmosphere of shooters right in life. The toy can even shoot with rubber bands, which is why it's not necessary to admire it from the far, but you can safely go to use it after assembling. The important elements are also in place: the trigger, scope, clip, and a large magazine. I advise you to take note because the product is really worthwhile. The next one is an amazing knife with 2 blades. It has tons of cool prints that can be monochrome or gradient. There is also a matte and glossy finish. In general, everyone will find what they need. It's worth to pay tribute to the unusual double shape of the knife. The very idea of combining 2 blades in one weapon is far from the first on the market. That is why manufacturers are trying to give the knife blade a truly exquisite shape to give fight to their competitors. But this, of course, is no longer our concern. As for me, the knife is good for its relatively low cost, and it's unlikely to be suitable for daily use, household chores, or serve as a reliable companion on a hike or trip, but it will definitely be able to take a worthy place in a home collection. This is the Bumblebee costume from Transformers. Outwardly, it's indistinguishable from the model in the film, and in terms of its dimensions, it looks very impressive. All of the important details are well worked out in the suit. As you saw in the movie, the robot could turn into a car. So this costume, the hands are equipped with headlights and blue illumination. There are 2 wheels on the back. Well, its face is just incredible. By the way, it is also equipped with an eye-catching backlight. This costume is sure to make an unforgettable experience at your audience at the theme party. The only thing is, because of its huge size, for cosplay, it will only fit an adult. You know, I've never been able to save money in my life. I am serious. I can buy absolutely everything, but I like the next item so much that now I am happy as a child when I throw coins into it. This is my cool piggy bank, a bowling alley in the style of Coca-Cola. In short, the point is that it has 1 lane with 5 pins at the end. The task is to knock down all 5 pieces by throwing a coin. Actually, it is difficult to lose in such a game, but to tell the truth, at first I was knocking down only 3 pins, but then I got used to it. I had strikes only. When hit, you can hear a sound and the scoreboard lights up. It is a cool toy for bowling fans. What about a cool mask? This is the mask of the coolest and most brutal villain, namely the mask of Thanos. It is made of very high quality material, and the smallest details, such as the wrinkle marks, forehead lines, make it very realistic. Its size will suit almost any person. It's painted in a signature villainous color. I would call it Violet Thanos. At the cosplay party, you will be the most memorable hero. It's a cool mask. The desire to capture the entire universe immediately appears in it. And now there will be a real cheat thing. I think each of us was sometimes forced by our parents to peel potatoes. Yeah, I bet we were all too lazy to do it. But fortunately, the world has come up with a special peeling machine. This automatic thing can peel almost everything that has a round or oval shape. For example, potatoes, apples, pears, and mangoes. It has a simple design and control method. All you have to do is set up the robotic arm and press the start button, and then the machine will do the bulk of the work. But to tell the truth, it has one disadvantage. It does not peel the whole item, but only its main part, except for the top and the bottom. We all love to play pranks on our friends in every possible way, coming up with more and more pranks. I'm afraid that from such a prank, my heart could stop. Once I already told you that I'm terribly afraid of spiders and try to avoid them in every possible way. Considering this, I'm even scared to imagine what my reaction would be to such a secret box. It beckons you to see what's inside. Maybe some kinds of sweets. Maybe some kinds of sweets. A cute animal. Or a gift that they just forgot to hide. Yeah, of course. A cute animal and a gift. I was dreaming of something. As soon as one of the daredevils tries to open it, the spider will jump out and pounce on his hand. Fear from such a prank is guaranteed. So, be sure to take this little thing to your note and stock up on catnip. Wow guys, you're going to be freaked out right now. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I don't miss a single thing made in this style. Therefore, I just have to show you an amazing Bluetooth speaker, designed in the form of one of the symbols of the Galactic Empire, the New Order, and the Star Wars universe, the Stormtrooper. The speaker, a la helmet, has amazing details, the same that you can see in the movie. It is also equipped with an LED indicator, as well as sound effects of walking and shooting stormtroopers. Such a thing should definitely be on the table of every self-respecting Star Wars fan, so it can delight the owner with its looks. I can guess which song you will play first. And now there will be a cool thing for lovers of LEGO toys. This is an amazing M4A1 automatic short rifle that really knows how to shoot. Its feature is firing in continuous bursts. With such an apparatus, you can get out of any scrapes. The complete set includes 621 elements, and I can guarantee you will understand how cool this gun is as soon as you start assembling it. The finished toy will have a removable buttstock, a sight, and a magazine case. Besides, every detail can be twisted, touched, and pressed in every way possible. In short, this is a real paradise for lovers of cool guns. And given that I'm a fan of shooters, I liked this model very much. And this is a next-level gadget. Why didn't I know about its existence before? It is a tool for extracting stalks and middle parts from strawberries, tomatoes, and other fruits and vegetables. The stalks are separated from the fruit in no time. Besides, the process leaves no splashes. You can add sour cream or cream in the resulting recess. Yummy! Recently, I wanted to buy myself some interesting remote control toy. A prerequisite was that it calmly overcome obstacles, be fast, and most importantly, easy. Easy to build and ride. And here is what I managed to find. This is a LEGO vehicle equipped with a caterpillar track. I was ready to grab it just because it consists of LEGO parts. After all, this gives us the opportunity to come up with our own unique design while maintaining the basis. What is no less important is due to the caterpillar track and the small dimensions. It absolutely doesn't care about slides, ascents, and other obstacles. It's pretty easy for it to go up or down. Of course, the model is fast, so you are guaranteed a fast ride. By the way, both the remote control and the mobile application can be used as control. The detail is great here too. Inside, there are 2 seats and all sorts of little gimmicks to add to the look. Now you will see a real magic. This is a mesmerizing, levitating light bulb. Okay, I'll tell you a secret. Actually, magic has nothing to do with it. This is the work of the electromagnetic field, due to which the binge-worthy effect is created. Such a lamp will surely become an integral element of decor and will help you to relax after a hard-working day. The lampstand is made of wood, and it can also act as a wireless charger. There are so many benefits. So, now let's get back to school supplies. And next in line, we have such a cute calculator. Learning from experience, I can say that it is necessary both for the first and for the last grades. Therefore, even the elders will have to have fun with it, maybe even pranking the teacher. But this is an idea for desperate guys. As soon as a person presses the button on it, he will immediately receive a charge of a current. It seemed to be the great option to cheer up guys and help their brains finally work. The next one is another very cool thing. This is the same reactor that reproduces the necessary power for an Iron Man suit. This is a small figurine in which this reactor is located on a beautiful stand. The coolest thing is that you will need to assemble it yourself, like a real Tony Stark. It comes disassembled and includes many parts. The reactor itself has a built-in illumination. When you turn it on, the reactor looks bomb. It certainly looks as good as the real one. In many cities, there's practically no trace of snow left. But sometimes, you really want to return to that festive atmosphere of the New Year holidays. However, not everyone likes the cold. So, what to do? I have a solution. The artificial snow is perfect for creating a festive atmosphere in any room. Light, delicate, and so unusual. And most importantly, unlike ordinary snow, artificial snow will not turn into water in a matter of minutes. At first glance, this looks like most ordinary wrist bracelet, but it's not as simple as it might seem. It is actually a knife disguised as a bracelet. I think it's an interesting idea. A big thumbs up to the creator. As for me, such a thing can be very useful, and not necessarily in survival, but even in everyday life. Even if you gathered for a barbecue party or rest with friends. Also pay attention to the bracelet wickerwork. It's rope. Anyone who has already been on a hike knows that it is always important to have a rope with you. It always comes in handy in different situations. Next, I want to show you a quality suit, namely the suit of such a superhero as the Hulk. This hero has incredible physical strength, and this green monster is almost one solid muscle. As for the costume, it also looks very realistic, and even the smallest details of this hero are visible here. Such a suit will perfectly fit into a theme party, but I probably would have walked around the city in this one and surprised all passers-by. If the option with a cockroach doesn't suit you well, or just the cockroach itself doesn't impress you much, then I offer you such a spider. The 8-legged friend runs very fast on the floor. It is controlled remotely and has a dark color. I think pranking with it won't work during the day, but putting something like this into the cloakroom or even in someone's house would be cool. A person would not expect this, but at the maximum, he will be very scared by penetration of this terrible spider. I think he will immediately jump onto a bench, chair, or bed. Some are afraid of clowns, others can't stand snakes, but the rest are scared to hell by spiders just at one glance at them. Imagine the reaction of a friend to whom a huge spider suddenly crawls out of some place. I can bet that he'll be pretty scared. This is understandable. The toy is controlled from a distance using the remote control, because of which you will be able to find the victim in any unpredictable place. And here is a very interesting car. This machine has a very simple design. It doesn't have batteries and accumulators, and the energy for its movement is taken from the solar panel, which is installed on the body of the machine. When sunlight hits the panel, electrical energy is generated, which is transmitted from the panel to the motor, which in turn rotates the wheels. In such a simple way, the car is able to move. The controls are very simple. The car runs in the sun, and when you place it in the shade, it will stop moving. I think it's a cool toy car in my opinion. Have you ever guessed that you can make a real controlled flying saucer, a UFO, or whatever you want out of a simple balloon and one device? As for me, I haven't. But when I saw this, I radically changed my mind. Does it mean that you don't have to buy anything in the store anymore? Is it some kind of endless mechanism? You just have to connect it to the ball from below, attach a magnetic weight for dynamics, and control the device through the application on your smartphone. I don't know anything that is more simple and, at the same time, more funny. Grab this thing before it's sold out. Well, that's all guys. But we still have a contest game for $10. To participate in it, you need to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and write a comment. Well, in the next video, we will choose the winner. By the way, Revanik won last time. Friend, I will contact you, and you will get your prize. That's all for now. Bye!